So yeah, I would. God, I would love to play that game again. But also, I've played the shit out of every Dark Souls game. And to be honest, after playing Sekiro, I really can't go back to playing a Dark Souls game. I mean, to be honest,
you're done now.
I probably until they come up with a new one. But like,
yeah, what you need is for them to make to finally make an HD re-release of Demon Souls on PS4 because you don't have a PS3.
That's true.
I still that you've never seen.
I need to play Bloodborne. Still, I mean, I have been playing it, but I need to play more of it. Yeah,
Bloodborne is fucking hard. That is a trip to go through.
God, is it ever hard? That
was one of the more stressful parts of me doing this job was the time when I was dealing with the re-release. So it was Dark Souls 2: Scholar of the First Sin and Bloodborne came out a week apart from each other while I had my full-time job. And my channel was exploding in a way I'd never seen before. And essentially became the trajectory of how I got here. Which actually, I covered that in a recent, like, Q&A video where I went into my entire analytics history.
Oh, okay, well, if they care about that, then they can watch that video then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But like the fact that
I'm trying to be passive
that was a period of my life was just fucking ridiculous.
I'm trying to be passive aggressive, that's fine.
It's like I would just go to I would wake up in the morning, try to upload videos, go to a full day of work, come home, and then just torture myself with 2 really difficult games until I went to sleep.
Oh, I remember
that. Was
that.
Just my daily life.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. You were kind of a huge dick at that time. I remember one time I asked you, like, we were playing zombie shoot-a-man. I forget what it was called. But it was
Sniper zombies?
Yeah, sniper zombies. And I was like, hey Keith, what's your favorite animal sound? And your response, to this day, I still remember it, and I'm like, you fucking asshole.
I don't remember it.
Your response was, I don't like your questions. And I was like, oh, this guy does not believe in jokes or yes-anding whatsoever, huh? This is what I get to work with.
This at all.
Oh, it was hilarious. I was pissed at you for like an hour.
It's good to know that I've always been a genius.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what I said? You know what I said about that incident afterward? I told Ladybird, I'm never gonna stream with Keith again. And now, well, this is our last recording session because I'm feeling the fresh pain all over again.
Thank you for the $50 donation where you say I'll probably never see this. I'm not game theory. I don't have like a 5,000 messages per second chat. I can see everything. You can't escape me.
He sees you when you donate. He doesn't care at other times. He knows if
a lot of the rest of the chat is just like, it was like the previous message, like, wow, this is boring. Like, okay, I'm gonna not acknowledge you. Bye.
He knows when you've been annoying in his comments because he reads them to me later.
Ow.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not.
I've got to lean more and more towards shaming comments by sharing them with friends. Because the bigger you get, the more it gets frowned on to like publicly shout out dumb comments.
Yeah.
Because then it's like piling on or whatever. So I just got to have like my personal group of people where I'm like, look at this dumb shit.
Hey, for whatever it's worth, people in my chat are now insulting you, and they know that you can't see it.
Yay!
It's okay. I'll just look at them, and I'll give a little winky face, and then they'll know that I agree. But you won't, because it'll be my little secret. What the fuck are we supposed to be doing right now? I've been running around.
I'm straight up just hunting a ton of tech modules and just talking.
That's literally all I'm doing too. This is gonna be the recording session of us just running around, like, digging,
trying to survive.
Yeah.
To be fair, when we move on from this, we'll just be collecting other resources slowly, basically.
That's a good point.
Hooray!
That's a good point.
No, for me the memorable old-timey conversation that
Is
was
this about the
quintessential.
fucking box?
What?
The box? Don't say
The box?
nothing.
Oh, the crate that you wanted to fuck?
Yes,
no, that was funny.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the time you were annoying was when we were with Dragast and Weasel and everyone, and you were just sloshed. And you were just asking the most annoying possible questions, and if you didn't get an answer, you'd ask them 12 more times consecutively forever.
I don't remember being drunk when we played with Dragast and Weasel.
Were you not drunk that day?
No.
Was that just you?
No. It was...
You were a force that day. That was when orthogonal happened.
I remember like having a pretty good time with Weasel. I mean, the only thing I really remember is that like Dragast, like when he records, is like super duper quiet.
Yeah.
Like I think the way Dragast records is that he like just waits for the perfect moment and then makes his statement and then like clips it together.
Yeah, I've heard about that, where like if you play with like highlight channels, there's like a strange sense of like,
yeah,
only the moments that they think are gonna make it to the video really matter, so they kind of like
they check out a
hunt
lot
for those moments, and they see a chance for like comedy, and they say something in that moment, and then they just go dead silent for the rest of the time because none of it's gonna be in their video.
That was what it was like with Dragast. Like that's what I remember. Like, I definitely wasn't drunk because, like, you all, like, for 3 days leading up to this thing were, like, you didn't shut up about it, and you talked about how, like, it was going to be super important to, like, be on time and, like, all that shit. And so it was like, oh, okay, this is a big deal. Like, I'll bring a lot of energy or whatever. And then...
Was it? I thought it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Are we both talking about Rocket League?
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah. I remember knowing about Rocket League for like a week before it actually came together, and so
I don't remember knowing about it.
So like I remember just being like, oh, okay, well this is such a big deal. I'll try to be like, you know, very entertaining or whatever. And all I've heard
orthogonal out of it.
All I've heard since then is that apparently that was like the worst day, and I'm like, I'm super confused about like what happened because that was not at all what I thought it was. So I'm still very confused to this day. But
welcome to navigating social interactions.
I don't know. I think part of it is that I don't think you could have picked a worse person for me to try and like collaborate with than Dragast.
Because you make completely different styles of content on a fundamental level.
Yeah, like there's absolutely nothing like between us that would be similar.
No, I've had a number of group things where I'm like, everyone in the counter comes away with a completely different impression of how things went and how everyone else was.
Huh.
And it's just like, all right, well, turns out people are complicated and weird.
Yeah, guess so. How come I can't? Oh, fuck! I can't summon my spaceship unless I fuel the launch thrusters. Ah, shit! I got a walk ahead of me. Oh no!
You don't have any uranium?
No.
Weren't you hunting uranium to fix that?
Yes, but then I started hunting other modules because fucking there's not much going on right now. Just walking around telling their stories and bitching about things, which is also a part of telling stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I think that, I mean, I thought it was a very successful recording session, except for the fact that I couldn't use any of the footage because it recorded terribly. But, like,
I wonder if I'm the only one who ended up using the footage.
No, I heard from everybody that, like, nobody thought the footage was good, and I was like, what?
Weird.
Why?
I used all of it. It all exists.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
Although I didn't use it on my main channel though.
Yeah, well, like apparently the one
as far as I can remember, I think that was when Andrew was Like Andrew had just had a loss in his family, so he was like away from all content stuff for like a few months. And so I think I used that stuff as a stopgap on sad games when nothing else was being made.
Oh yeah, God, sad games. I forget how much you kind of fucked yourself over by splitting your shit between 2 channels. Oh well.
No, it was it's more like I had an it's more like I had a starting experimental channel.
Yeah.
And learned how to do all of this.
That's true.
And then I made my own personal channel, which technically had since 2006. But I launched my personal channel, and then that became this. And I was just way smarter about everything because I kind of had already failed once.
Yep. Good times. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone said that like was just a completely like terrible session or whatever. It was like, I guess so. I mean, obviously, like I have like very little interest in recording with like that group ever again because boy was that dynamic strange. Very alienating feeling. But like, so the thing is, like, if everyone's really quiet, I'm like, oh, okay, well, people will need like some sort of material. They'll need me to like, you know, I will just be like, okay, I just want to like find something to kind of like vamp with. And then it was like, okay, nobody says anything in this group. I will run out of ideas, so it's like, okay, what's really funny? Repeating the same thing I just said, and even that was like not
louder.
Yeah, and even that wasn't going anywhere. So it's like, what the fuck do I say to any of these people? You know what it was? Now that I really recollect on it, is everyone was recording solo stuff together. Basically what it felt like. Everyone was putting together their highlight reels, but like independently, but all at the same time. It's really what it felt like.
It is a weird feel to be with
Yeah?
Yeah, it would be with the highlight people, I suppose. Where they have like a different goal.
Yes.
Like one thing I remember is a similar encounter I had was an Argyle alligator was in like a Gary's Mod like session that we had once. And I'm like, oh shit, it's the guy from the front page of Penny Arcade, which is actually kind of like a personal connection a little bit because I'm like, hey, that's one of the big pushes that Sad Games ever got was that we were in the Penny Arcade report once. And so I'm like, hey, it's the guy that was on the front page of like he was like hyperlinked in the story about Rust.
Yeah, that's how he made his thing. Was he had the gimmicky like series about
he would like interview people and like screw around with the local voice chat basically.
Yeah. As
like a central thing. I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna be like in person. And then he was in one of our sessions, and he just like sat there silently playing the game for 10 minutes and then left. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. He hasn't really had much luck since that series, right? I don't even know if he uploads videos anymore.
I have not kept track.
I haven't kept track either.
Then one of the more pointless collaborations ever was we once did a match like a 3-on-1 in Awesome Knots against Blitzkriegler, where he wasn't in voice chat.
Oh,
so it's just like, trust me,
I remember that one.
We're totally fighting against Blitzkriegler, the big YouTuber boy in this video.
I remember
like
that one.
And I still, like, being a desperate, sad person, definitely still uploaded the video with his name in the title, just on the vague promise that totally the guy named Blitzkriegler in the video is totally actually Blitzkriegler, not just somebody using his name. Because he just was like, he was up for playing Awesome Knots, but wasn't up for actually doing any kind of like recording really. So he was just killing us in Awesome Knots, and that was the whole video. This is a weird job.
I remember all that shit. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go back to the base because I just realized that I have like 30 fucking buried things.
Did you you reached out to like Eric's Signal, right? Did they get back to you?
I've reached out to a few different channels that I try not to name because then it becomes like it becomes like a weird public thing about how they didn't like talk to me or whatever.
Okay, fair.
But I go to and from because and some of them are larger YouTubers, some of them are smaller YouTubers. A lot of them are just people I already know about.
I mean, what you should do.
I've reached out to people that are like like people that I know my audience likes, and like, oh, it'd be fun to have like a surprise crossover with these people that like I know that we have like a shared audience. It's really hard.
Yeah.
People who do this kind of thing are super antisocial by nature and already, and also they're used to ignoring and saying no to everybody who asks them to do stuff with them because they get inundated with that stuff anyway. And so the idea that you can in any way stand out as being anything other than just another one of those people contacting them all the time is really hard to do.
Well, no. Here's the trick. Here's the trick. You send them a DM, and then you tweet at them saying, "Sup, check your DMs," and then you are guaranteed to get a response.
Are you though?
Especially if you're a cringe tuber or a drama channel, totally go for that.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's basically a video right there.
Well, I think I told you before that like one of the weirdest things about this is that like it's like a weird thing where like 100% of your potential like coworkers or peers are people that you essentially have a one-sided parasocial relationship with in one direction or the other. Like it's either people contacting you that know you through your stuff and you have no fucking clue who they are, or it's the other way around. We're like, oh, I've been a fan of this guy for 7 years, and hey, my subscriber count's kind of similar now. Maybe we could actually like talk or something. And it's like, but you're instantly the weird creep contacting them and vice versa, and it's like it's such a weird, impossible thing for the brain to navigate that no one is designed to do.
Yeah, for whatever it's worth, I am significantly like happier with like my online life since I've like pared down the amount of collaborations that I do dramatically. It's like, oh, this is so much simpler. It's like I can just record what I want to when I want to. If I can take a night off if I feel like it, and I don't have to care. I could put this away and compartmentalize it completely. It's so nice. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that anybody reaches out to me asking for a collab, no. Anyone reaches out to me to ask like, hey, can you give a shout out? Yeah.
It's still like a close kept secret what your name even is on the internet.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's so strange to think about. That nobody knows your name is Dusseldorf the Third.
Yeah, well, I didn't go balls to the wall and just name my channel. Well, actually, so your channel isn't named. What was I gonna say? What the fuck am I? What? Okay, brain.
Okay?
Sorry, I looked over my chat and somebody named Kate Keefef joined, and I couldn't tell if that was you, like joining my chat like incognito. I was like, wait, who the fuck is this? Wait, is that Keith? No. Anyway, as I was saying, like I didn't go balls to the wall and like name my channel like not really my name, but also like doesn't your like banner art like say your first and last name in it too? Or does it say Sebastian
No, my banner is my username, which is also my URL, which is what I registered the account as.
Right.
And then Google Plus integration just decided to like just say every YouTuber's real name basically.
Oh yeah.
And just replace their username with their real name, and then I just left it. I was like, fuck it, whatever.
Oh, okay, fair.
I guess my channel's named after me now.
Yeah, most people don't know my name. It's nice. It's not Dusseldorf Mahogany or whatever the hell you just said.
Dusseldorf Mahogany.
Dusseldorf Mahogany sounds like a really, really bad porn star name.
I've done it. I've researched every tech that you can have. Not all of them. I can't build like every wall shape, but I can build every like structure that they let you build here.
Research unit. Where's one of those? Okay, that was buildable technology. That's probably not what I meant to get. I meant to probably research the other thing, which is structures. I can research a bunch of walls and shit. What do I want to build? What speaks out to me is like, yes, this is truly.
What feels like it'd truly be me.
Search for buried technology. Base components, that's what it wants.
Yes.
Biofuel reactor, that's what we already have.
I don't have the carbon. Fuck.
Electrical wiring, that's free, as you've been saying. That's really weird. Have you made solar panels or batteries yet?
I've researched everything, but I haven't made them yet.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a battery in the room over there, but I don't think we have any solar panels. I just researched it, but they'll require materials I need to get now.
Okay, I'm gonna research the solar panel just so that I can also build them, and like, I'll start helping put this together because it seems like a good goal. It was actually worth my time to run around for like an hour and just collect a bunch of things because now I can actually make shit. We
did it.
Because I needed 8 pieces of salvaged data to get solar panels. That's ridiculous.
What should we name our base?
I thought it was already named something.
Our objective is to name the base.
I tried to do that.
I think it's not going to do anything else until we do that.
It didn't let me, Keith. It was not let it by me.
Alright, well, we have a name.
Yes?
There we go.
What? What's the name? Tell me the name.
Does it say anywhere?
I don't know. Where would I look? Sebastian SB's base is what I see.
Does it really say that?
Yeah.
I named it Mahogany Dusseldorf.
It's that you flipped it around. It's supposed to be Dusseldorf Mahogany.
Too bad.
Okay.
Too bad.
Okay.
We've done it now. You might only be able to see the name at the terminal, which is outside, the one you mined the floor out from underneath.
Uh-huh.
Because that's like the original one.
Uh-huh.
I think the one that's in the far left corner over here actually just doesn't work.
You know what might work if you wanna
this Goipti outpost thing.
You know what might work pretty out. Where do we have a storage structure anywhere, by the way?
Like a chest?
Yeah, I would love to have a chest.
I think basically the closest thing we get is our own ship.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's about right.
Anyway, what was he gonna say? Stop it.
You like this voice?
It's not the 90s. Don't talk like that.
You like it when I talk like this?
You like it when I talk like this? Oh yeah, dude. All right, what was I gonna say? Okay, you want to become a big. You want to really.
Christ.
Okay, what if you really want to like? Where do I fucking store stuff in the spaceship? I just climbed into it, but that doesn't seem right.
When you're in your inventory, the top tabs for exosuit and space and starship.
Oh.
Alright, how you switch through everything.
I can only modify it. How do I put
all those
something
open
into
slots? If you go to any item in your inventory and hit X on it, you can quick transfer it to your ship.
That's good to know.
But you have to be within a certain range of your ship, which is why I tried to park really close to the base, so I can actually switch stuff back and forth.
Okay, this makes a lot of sense.
Otherwise, it will be infuriating.
It certainly is.
The ship inventory also just fills up like instantly, though.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? If you really want to like quickly become like if you want to really stand out when trying to like DM other YouTubers and get them to collaborate, what I suggest you do is you pick like female YouTubers and send them really creepy messages, and at the end follow it up with "Just kidding, haha, not like that. Do you want to collaborate sometime?"
That'll have a nice 0% success rate.